Two of the biggest names in the world of website hosting and publishing platforms go head to head. One question, which one actually comes out on top? On one side, we've got Ghost the Minimalist, lightning-fast platform built for creators and publishers. Facing off against it is Hostinger, a hosting powerhouse known for affordability and high performance. We're stacking them up in real-world categories you care about: speed, price, support, features, ease of use, and more. Let's ditch the marketing fluff and see how each really performs. Each area grabs points, and by the end, you'll see a clear winner. And trust me, the winner might surprise you. Let's jump right in. Here's the game plan before we dive in. We're going to look at pricing, speed and performance, content management, security and backups, ease of use, integrations and ecosystem, and finally, scalability. Yep, it's all mapped out, so let's dive into each one. Okay, let's talk pricing first. So with Ghost, you've actually got the option to go self-hosted. That means if you're techie enough, it's totally free except for your server costs. Not bad, and if you're a nonprofit, they even throw in discounts. But managed plans? Oof, definitely pricier, and if you factor in hosting fees, it adds up quick. Now switching to Hostinger, the prices are about as low as it gets, especially when you're just starting out. You're getting web and email hosting bundled in nice. But watch out, those upsells can creep up, and the renewal rates? Let's just say they're not always as sweet as the sign-up price. Still, for pure affordability, Hostinger just takes the crown here. Alright, speed and performance. Honestly, this is where Ghost flexes hard. It's built on Node.js, so it's lightning fast out of the box, and your SEO scores are going to look great. Some of the heavier themes can slow things a bit, though. Flip over to Hostinger, and yep, it's pretty quick worldwide, thanks to Lightspeed caching. But if you're stuck on a shared hosting tier, you might face some throttling during busy times. Not deal breaker bad, but not perfect either. Overall, Ghost just edges out here if pure speed is your thing. Next is content management. Ghost? It's all about that modern, super clean editor. I mean, if you're a writer or a publisher, you'll love the built-in newsletters and memberships. Like, why hasn't everyone done this? Downside, it really wants you to be publishing, and not much else. Hostinger's advantage is that it plays nicely with WordPress and similar apps, all literally one click away. But, and this is important, it doesn't have its own CMS built in, so you're relying on whatever app you install. For streamlined, writer-centric management, Ghost takes the win. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Ghost was originally built for journalists who wanted a crazy minimalist writing platform. That's why it feels so streamlined if you're just trying to write and publish. Kinda makes sense now, right? Now, security and backups. With Ghost, you get the basics, SSL, auto updates, all that jazz. But if you self-host, well, you're also handling your own security, which could be a headache. Hostinger's got your back with automatic backups and pretty robust protections, even on the affordable plans. You'll run into some limits if you go super cheap, but still, it feels a lot more set and forget. Hostinger is definitely ahead here. And ease of use. Let's be real. Ghost's dashboard is super intuitive, and for blogging, the learning curve is barely there. But you do have to set up your own hosting if you go self-hosted, which can be annoying. With Hostinger, setup is pretty guided. No coding, no stress, just follow the bouncy ball. Only thing is, the more advanced settings are kind of buried if you ever want to tinker. Even with that, Hostinger is just easier overall. Let's move on to integration and ecosystem. Ghost is surprisingly good here. It's got APIs, webhooks, works with Zapier, and its app marketplace is growing. But you're not getting nearly the plugin buffet you'd find with WordPress. Hostinger really shines if you want plugins. It's the full WordPress library, plus built-in email, domains, and even some e-commerce bits. Plugin reliability can sometimes be hit or miss, but on the whole, both platforms are strong here. So it's honestly a tie for this round. Last one, scalability. Ghost can actually handle a ton of traffic, especially if you swing for VPS or cloud hosting. The APIs make expanding it pretty flexible too, though you're gonna pay more as you grow. Hostinger, on the flip, has plans for everyone shared for beginners, VPS and cloud when you need more muscle, and it's easy to upgrade. There are still some caps on our lower plans, but honestly, both handle scaling really well. Another tie here. So, when you stack these two across all our categories, it's kind of clear where each plays to their strengths. Ghost feels purpose-built for creators who want speed and a frictionless writing experience. But Hostinger's your no-nonsense budget powerhouse that's great for pretty much any website need. Honestly, here's my 2 cents. If you're dead set on building a slick, modern publication or newsletter with focus purely on writing, Ghost is tough to beat. But for most folks, especially if you just want simple hosting with all the extras, blogs, business, online stores, Hostinger is kind of unbeatable, especially for the price. It really comes down to whether you want a streamlined publishing vibe or a super flexible, affordable host. If that made your decision any easier, hit subscribe seriously. I've got way more tech breakdowns like this coming.